What is up, y'all? It's your boy Redbeard Ben, and I'm here with Elon in hopes that he doesn't completely play us again. Let's give it a go. Come on, Stonks. Start it high, stay high. Don't, no, come, alright. That was most of our money that we had left. That's just sad. That's just sad. So sad. You know what I'm gonna go do? I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. Check them out. These are all my friends. Because I am Farmer Ben. And these are my farming friends. And this is my farming shirt. Because what we have for you today is a little bit of an update from the island cleanup. Check it out. Ba-boom. We got new farms. We got our bamboo. Automatic farm. And that was A+ timing. We just got to see both of them go off. So now you know how this one works. We got the observer. I know bamboo can grow super tall, but I'm just going to keep it quick and compact. We made it 3. So when it hits the observer, it knocks out all of them over here. Same with this side and this side. These sides are actually independent of each other. They're not together. And then we just saw the kelp one go off as well. Works exactly the same way. The observer sees it when the kelp grows 3 high. Boom, knocks all the ones off in this row. And again, great timing because the sugarcane farm is, you guessed it, exactly the same. But we did it all compact. We have, I believe it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rows of 8 on all 3 farms, and we fit them all into one chunk. They were going to work a little bit differently, but I found out that there's a limit to how much redstone you can have in a chunk. So that changed it so we just did it this way. And that also made us have to change our other farm system, which we're still in the middle of breaking down. Because, as we saw up here, our farming friends, we now have enough of them to have wheat, carrots, potatoes, and beetroot. So they are all over here. I upgraded them. They're all the same. They can now have, if we look at our upgrades, a distance of 5. So that's what we had before. We had, what was that? 6 rows, I think. 6 rows of potatoes. Planting rate is 8 seconds, and then planting quantity is 7 plants, and this is storage and hopper stuff. So we now have 4 of them. Like I said, we have 1 for wheat, 1 for carrots, 1 for potatoes, and 1 for beetroots. So those are the farms that we're going to do next. And just so we can talk about our plan here, I'm breaking this down because, like I said, there's a redstone limit. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to do all of them in one. So what I'm going to do is put, if we pull up our chunk borders, F3 and G, for those that do not know that, I think we're going to separate the farms into these 2 chunks right here, 2 of them in this one, 2 of them in this one, and then we're going to put them on a hopper clock so that they go off automatically. And that's going to be in probably this chunk, and then it's going to connect to all 4, 2 from the top and 2 from the bottom. So what we want to do next is go ahead and I'm going to show you how we're going to make the hopper clock, how it works, and then the timing that we're going to put on it. So I'm going to go ahead and gather the materials together, and we are going to take that on. Alrighty, I went ahead and got started. I built a new farm. This one's going to be wheat, and I went ahead and wired all the dispensers, added dispensers on all 4 sides so that it actually gets all of the crops, and then started on the second one. But what we're going to do next is we're going to build the timer, and that's what this platform here is for. So the method we're going to do is we are going to use a hopper clock. To build a hopper clock, what you're going to want to do is you're going to start with the hoppers. They need to be 2 hoppers facing each other like so, and then we need to break the other one and shift right click on the hopper. The next thing you're going to need is a comparator facing outwards on both sides and a block at the end on each end. Then you're going to put a piece of dust right next to the blocks, or to the piece of dust right next to the blocks, and then the pistons against the redstone. Then on the left side, when you're facing it, you're going to put a redstone block. The next step, so this is going to be a standard redstone clock. You can throw one in there. You can throw stone in there, and it's going to tick like that. However, there's not enough. not enough. You can't put enough blocks in just the one hopper for it to get as long as we want, because we want 35 minutes. So what we're going to do is we are going to make this clock right here 1 full minute, and then we're going to connect it to another hopper clock next to it that is going to then be how many minutes we want. So the first one's going to count minutes. Every minute it's going to transfer a block in the second hopper clock, and then we'll do 35 minutes. So to do that, we're going to just duplicate that same process. The only difference is once you have your hoppers down, you're going to want to put 2 pieces of redstone over the top, like so. Then we're going to do the comparators again, like so and so, and then the blocks and the dust. Then after that, of course, is going to be the block or the pistons. And unlike that one, you're actually going to want to put the block here. Then you're going to want to do a redstone here, and another block, which I forgot to grab. So we're just going to buy one because it's going to be faster. No, we're not, because that would drive me crazy. That would be a different block type. So we're going to go back up here, grab another piece of stone, and we're going to put it down. And then we're also going to need a redstone torch, which I also forgot to grab, and we have one. So now we're going to come back down here. We're going to put the block at the end of this one, put a redstone over the top of the block, and then the torch here. The torch should be off. After that, since we want this to tick twice, we're going to need to connect it. First off, we're going to connect it to this one right here. Then to get the second tick, we're going to branch it off over here, and we're going to use the repeaters to extend the signal. And to do that, we're just going to make a quick little loop here, like so, with our repeaters. So once we connect the loop, this should be more than enough. We actually are going to want to put another repeater here so that it doesn't backtrack and stay on in an infinite loop. So now we're going to do this. We're just going to do 1 minute for the test. Actually, we're going to do 30 seconds, roughly. We're just going to throw in 64 here. So now, once those are all out of there and into this one, it's going to tick here, and then it's going to send that one over, and it will double click. You'll see the water come out and then go back in. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to stand back here so we can see it all happen at once. And any second now, it will go off. And then you'll watch the signal. The first piston will go the other direction, then the other piston will tick like that. And then you see the water, and you'll see the water retract again. And then the farmer will auto plant after that. So we are going to add the rest of these blocks into here, and the rest of these blocks we're going to take out of here and put into here. Yep, and just like that, we now have a 35-minute hopper clock running on this one. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to build the second farm over here, same size. We're going to probably put potatoes back in that one again. And then directly below the 2, we're going to put that, and hope that we don't have an issue, because it's going to be a lot of redstone in the chunks. And that is going to be our auto farm. So hopefully I'm going to try to have that all done by the next episode. And then we will have 4 automatic farms of this size, and we will have our 3 farms here. And I bet we hit our bamboo limit, so that, just like it happens to all of them, when you hit your limits for the day, they stop being able to break. So an easy fix for that I found was that I just went to the shop, and then I went to the redstone spot, and I bought a stack of buttons and just placed them next to these redstones so that you can so you can reset it yourself. So we will just do that real quick, make sure these are all going to be working for us. And then we will do it on all of them real quick so that we can manually reset them when they stop working. Because if we look at our farming, since we hit our limits for we hit it before and then we mined some kelp. But once you hit it, it breaks them itself. So you'll see that if we do break this one's easy to reset because we can just break the one next to the observer, and And then, yeah, your island has reached your bamboo limit. So it won't quite reach. But now that's what happens when it breaks like that. They just grow, and then we will reset it when the farming limits reset, and we will call it good there. So this is just a quick little manual that we can fix. Okay, so we went ahead and put the buttons down for manual resets on all of that. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is that while I was building the farm, I went ahead and set up some conduits. So we have to get wheat seeds to that farming robot in there. So what we did is I made a quick little chain of hoppers and chests to get through the water and then up to here, and we made some conduits. So this conduit right here, actually, we'll go up above here. You'll see that the auto chest has been moved. Right here we have an auto chest that collects the seeds, and then also all of the farming resources. And then when we drop down, they all go into this conduit, and if we right click on this conduit, we can see that it is all of those. So then this purple thing means that the seeds are transferring, because if we go to this conduit, the only thing that it will take is wheat seeds. And then the one up here, if we get through the hole here, this one takes all of the mining resources. So now, and seeds for overflow. And then they go up here and down into these chests. So I believe the priority is, since I set it up first, the priority is for seeds to go down there, and then once it's full, it will come up through here, and just like everything else. So we actually also added a couple chests to make it easier. So we're starting to use conduits here. The next goal is going to be to clean up this. I think ultimately I want to make the crafting things all in their own little areas. I need to clean up this, and I want to move here. But the goal is for our entire island, everything on it, to fit within these 4 chunks. If we press F3G, I want everything to be able to fit in these 4 chunks to save us conduits from traveling stuff too far, and to save our auto chests so that we can focus the stuff picked up into only a couple chests and then into the crafting system. I also am going to have plans to take this whole thing out eventually. That's going to be another off-camera project. So that is the that's the beginnings of a fully automatic farming system on our island. If we go to /farming, we can see that we have an automatic wheat farm. We will have an automatic wheat farm, automatic potato farm, automatic carrot farm, automatic beetroot farm, automatic sugarcane farm. If we ever get a cocoa bean recipe book or bean farming book, that one's easy to automate. That'll be another one we have. Kelp farm we already have. Pumpkin farm, again, shouldn't be too difficult to automate, but we don't have the farming book. Bamboo, we are good, already automated. And then watermelon will be easy to automate, and so will netherwort. But netherwort and watermelon are a long way away, because if we look at our IS level, we can see that those are going to be late game. Well, those are going to be late game levels, because that's going to be 1 billion stars just for that level 25 upgrade. And if we look at our challenges, just as an update, we are still needing to mine 100 emerald ore, which we cannot quite do yet, because again, if we go to, if we go to our mining levels, we can see that we need level 75 for emeralds and are only at level 72, but we're getting there quicker rather than slow. Not quite the phrase I thought was going to come out of my mouth, but that's what I said. And we got these 3 guys working overtime trying to get it going. The other thing I wanted to do is I was hoping if Elon would not keep playing us so badly, if we got enough Warzone time, I was going to take this pick while we were immune and go to the Frosty Fortress to mine a bunch of frost ore. In the next episode, we want to be able to tackle crafting. We need to set this up for golden arrows. And then also I want to start using conduits to clean this up and automate the rest of these. Like this one, we have to manually transfer the iron, which we really need to do. And this one, we have to manually transfer the bricks. So I want to be able to use the conduits and hook them up to here to be able to automatically get them into here. Same with the quartz. And then from this side, we have an auto chest collecting. This should be, what is this one? This one is the bones. We have an auto chest collecting bones, an auto chest collecting apples. Over here, I forgot we already messed with that. An auto chest collecting, what is this one collecting? This one's collecting pork chops, and this one's collecting potatoes. So I'd like to be able to get rid of maybe not all of the auto chests, but at least use them differently for conduit, and then use conduits to transfer them. So I think that's going to be our next step in our island automation, is getting golden arrows going and then cleaning up all of this mess with conduits. And then I would like to move this for us as well. And I think ultimately I want to be able to get pork chops and potatoes cooking through here, and then conduits taking them from here to there. So we got some big plans still for our island automation, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot since we're pretty cash poor or star poor most of the time, but it's because we're spending it on upgrades, upgrading farming robots. But we are making cash at a pretty decent clip now, especially when you factor in that we will start being able to make salads at a pretty darn good rate once we have the automatic beetroot, automatic carrots, and automatic wheat farm. The carrots, we have so many of them because we also get them from slaying zombies, so that part is nice. We've been able to keep up on those ones. But we definitely need more beetroot. That's going to be the next step, because we actually do have some wheat in our PV that we can make into bread. We don't have enough beetroot to be able to go anywhere from there. So apart from that, my farming army and I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and leave a like so we can keep going through Skybounds, and then subscribe so you can see more content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads. Take care.